Um, yeah, we should be live. Let me make sure my all this stuff is set up correctly. There was a bunch of stuff that was going on. Don't mind me editing something in regex. I'll explain that in a second. Not regex, I mean the registry editor. I always think of those as the same thing. Why are these displaying on top? And not the stream goal highlighter is broken because of the shaking. That's fun. I just gotta go reopen that. So let's go to streaming, stream goal highlighter, run this, and you'll see we've got a bunch of goals for today. I'll go over that also in a second. Let me bring out the chat for a second so that'll show up whenever YouTube decides that's cool. But I need to actually grab the YouTube thing. So let's find it, shall we? Crafting a crafting game. That's the stream right there, buddies. Buckaroos. We got the stream going. That's been sent. I'm just gonna send this around to a few people like I normally do. I don't think this is like that unique of stuff, but you know, I can send this to where what ballers. Yeah, there you go. All right. So hi. Gonna be an interesting week. I do have the week off from school, which means hopefully I'll be able to do a bit more coding, but also I won't be here on Friday and Saturday when I normally do streaming, so that's cool. This is an awfully early time to go live. Not really. I mean, it's 2 p.m. That isn't that early. I mean, it is. It's earlier than I normally go because I normally do streaming around like 7-ish, maybe 6-ish my time, you know? So this is like a couple hours earlier than normal, but you know, why not? Why not? So we've got some fun stuff open. You can see here, I've got registry editor open. I had to go navigate through all these things. This is specifically HT current user software, Microsoft, Windows, current version, Explorer Advanced, and creating this new value. High source called disallow shaking. So now, hopefully, when I do this, you can see all the windows don't close anymore. I love Windows. I love how you need to go into registry editor to disable that because they removed the ability for you to change it normally. Isn't that so fun? Um, thank you, Source. No, I don't think Fortnite is the game of the month. No. Actually, did I? That's actually a good point. I have to check. I did remember to say what is the game of the month. I believe I wouldn't have been so foolish as to forget, but I need to go back to make sure. This is the 8th. This is the 7th. I know you guys can't see this, but that's because I'm not going to share the DMs. Yes, I did. Good. All right. That would have been terrible if I'd forgotten. So I've lined up a bunch of goals for today. I definitely not doing all of these, but I've just kind of lined up a bunch of things that are like, oh, that one's actually from last time that we actually finished. I've lined up a bunch of goals here. What is the game of the month? The game of the month. I mean, he said it's Sonic Frontiers, and possibly Deep Rock Galactic, which would be cool, but I don't know. He officially said it was Sonic Frontiers. So, is there more than one frontier? Anyway, so we've got a bunch of goals. This is just a lineup of things that I can pick from, you know, throughout the stream. Things I gotta do. But it's the spinning time, and I'm gonna have to readjust waivers again, I think. But we'll do that. So what do we get for today? Because I'm not gonna forget because I see both of the official waiver members are here. I think it's oh, we get the original. How actually nice. All right, so this might take a second because I think this window size changed. I could be wrong, but if I go to the gummy bear thing, yeah, this doesn't seem the same. Well, I mean, we'll be able to see in a second, but so let's see. If I go properties, abstract, it's still on green mode, and yeah, it's obviously not right. So let's start fixing this. Filters. Literally, I just need to disable these. I just disable them because there shouldn't be anything anymore. So this is back to blue. I think I have to hold Alt while doing this, so this will take a second. I've now, you can see I've done this. So let's scale this up so I can get a bit of an accurate on this, you know? So that's one, that's the other one. So that's both the corners. What is this? No, I clicked on something. We're good. So now we've got wavy blue. And that's, I'll put in the corner. There you go. So that's just gonna be going. I've got the full tab up here. It's massive right now, which is cool. Um, but yeah, there you go. That's wavy blue in your corner. So I think we should maybe perhaps start actually doing stuff. So changes between last stream and now, honestly, not too much. I just implemented the actual character design and changed to the rotating work so that it is no longer just directly rotating towards the mouse, because, you know, remember before he was looking directly towards it. Now it's just flipping the I guess the X you would be flipping the X to face towards the mouse. But now there's an actual character design. You can see I've just spawned in the room up here, although I'm not actually in it. That's one of the things I want to do, which is I want to pick a starting location for the player. I want to make, I need to make the ending rooms, right? I've got the player, and I want to make the ending, where's the, oh, I'm in the box select, I'm not in arrow select, that would explain it, okay. So we can spawn in here, but I'm gonna DRG with the stream in the background, my guy. So I want to make it so the player actually spawns in here instead of, like, me needing to move them in every time, because that's kind of lame. And then first of all, I want to make these rooms. I want to finish these, because currently they have no hitbox, they just are a blank thing on the ground to signify its existence. And I want to then make it so the player spawns in the middle of one, and then I want to make it so one of them also provides the guy to go to the next one, you know? So I think that'll be the goal for now. So let's go to the rooms. I just need to make some rooms real quick. Where's the 1x1 room? Let's make a copy of this, because this is honestly not going to take that long. I mean, literally, I just delete that, delete that, delete that, because these are all going to be solid. Y1? No. Okay, so that's the one. X0. Nope. Y. Yep, alright. So that's one of the walls, and then we just need the similar thing here. But over there, that's one, and then finally we have this one with X is 1, X is 0. So now we've got basically just an ending thing. Season 5 comes out in June. That'll be cool. That will be cool. So I have now created some duplicates of these rooms, and that's just because I'm going to take all of these, and I rotate them. Can I rotate them nicely? There you go. And then that's one of the rooms. Wait, I can do that, right? Yeah, okay, we're good. Then I have this one, which will be not the whole thing, please. This will be, hold on, I need to hold control, I think, yeah. For the snapping, and then this is the final one, where it rotates all of these, but 180 degrees. You know what, we're good. Anyway, so this has now been rotated. So we now have the 4 possible room combinations, but now I've got to change the room generator slightly. Because if I go to the room... Oh, this is still using the old version of the room spawner. Do I want to update it with the Oxtools version? Because, like, technically it is more advanced, but it doesn't matter. I just forgot that this isn't the same. It just means the rooms are hard-coded. It literally doesn't mean anything. So let's just put these in. So 1, 2, and then some random number now, 6 and 7. And I've got to remember the thing. So let's edit the script and let's make these actually work, because of course, old version. Doesn't really matter though. Oh, everything's massive because I had zoomed in for the thing. So we have these, right? And this is the current code, but I don't want to do that. Does it default to negative? It does. So I should just be able to not write them. The doors. I should be able to comment these out as needed. instead of needing to write like -69, -69 or whatever, I should just be able to comment them out. So I'll copy and paste this a few times, but obviously it's not going to be case 3. It's going to be not case 43, 5, and 6. So these are the new rooms. Chaos is really praying we spin onto Shit Brown next. Yeah, honestly, I would too. I love Shit Brown. It's a really good one. So number 1, this one. What? I guess it's reloading script assemblies, of course. Even though I haven't, I mean, I have done something. I know why it is. So this one is the right door. So this one should have a right door, and that's it. So this one does not have a top door. Does not have that one. Does not have that one. It only has the right door. Don't comment out the right door. Right? So that one is that. Then we have, I think, bottom. So it should be bottom door and none of these ones. So that's those ones. Then I think it's top and then left. So has the top door. And then has left door is this one. All right. Quick stuff there. Those rooms should now hopefully generate correctly. Unless, I mean, this is actually something I've never tested from the original, which is having directional enders. Probably a problem. Probably a problem, because it is something I probably should have tested, but, I mean... Yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all. Alright, what's broken here? What? Huh? Alright. It's just said no. I don't want to spawn any. That's cool. That's real fun. That's unrelated. So this is the build stat. So it finished. But it incorrectly spawned them in. What is going on? Okay. Is this consistent? Like, if I do this one... Yeah, it's just spawning in one room now. It... What? Oh, yeah, okay, wait, hold on. I think it's this. Well, I'm actually not sure why that would break it. At all, actually. Oh wait, I think it's because literally did not have something to put at the end. It was fucking itself. Well, if that was the case, then we're fine. Oh, okay. We're good. We're good. We're so... Okay, we're not that good. We're not that good. I may have flipped those around, it seems. What the fuck? Seems like I gotta flip those around. That's fine. Did I put these in the wrong order? I might have. I think I flipped around the top and bottom ones, which is a fine problem to have. But how is it using those to generate rooms? They all should be marked as enders. Right? Like, is endpoint. Is endpoint. They're all endpoints. Let's try regenerating this real quick. Yeah, okay. So you can see these ones. I fucked the bottom and top somehow. I messed them up real bad, and which is to say I flipped them around, which is actually pretty funny, although I wonder how it happened. So let's take a look. So let's go to the room gen, and dose is bottom, and I think dose is, I think I said it was top up here. No. I'm genuinely not even I'm genuinely not even sure what is this problem. But, you know, what I could do is just flip it around. I think there might just be a bug in the actual thing that's spawning them in. No, no, wait, no, it wouldn't be a bug in the thing spawning them in. What would be causing it? I mean, are these being defined differently? Is all I can think of, you know? Because these like where's end up rooms, right? So that's being done, and we basically are saying if it has a top door and left. No, no, these are being defined the exact same, right? Um, so the methods of which they are defined is the same. It just decides that no, I don't want to. I don't want to. All right. Well, definitely a very good fix for this, which is to just flip flop these. You know, so we say that one, and then we just do the same thing over here on this one. So this one is now the top one. I don't want to know. Like, if this is genuinely gonna fix it, that'd be really funny. I would also be very scared because I don't know why it works. So that would make me probably traumatized. Stop doing that. Well, it's working now. It's certainly working. So that's cool. You can see that it is in fact generating valid room layouts. Now all I've got to do is go through these, find the center of one of them, and spawn the player in it, then find one preferably far away from the player, and move this dude to it, so that it'll regenerate the rooms. So let's begin working on that. So we go to the interactable. Yeah, interactable. I'm gonna move all of this out and start game. It is going to room layout instance, yeah, but I'm not gonna move it there. I'm gonna bring it in gamer actually for a specific reason. So we're gonna go public avoid start, or I guess next floor. So we go to the next floor of the thing, and it's just gonna run this. I mean, this is just literally moving the function around, and then I go back to interactable and I call this. But there's a reason why I'm moving in here. So I go gamer dot instance dot next floor. But that is because we're doing some more stuff. So we are going to then basically grab the room lol instance. I mean, this has a list of all of the game objects it spawned, right? Spawned rooms, you know. Oh, but these don't store or do they? I don't think they do. Hold on. Okay, hold on. That'll be something I can quickly add on. I'm just gonna quickly create a thing to store the rooms they are with. So let's create a misc I underscore room. This is not an interface, I'm aware. So literally this is just gonna have a public. A what? A public room. I think it's just that. I think it's just room, right? Like if I go to room lol, and then I know there's a lot of things with the name room, but I'm pretty sure it is just room. Cool room is the bad one. Cause that is the yeah, no. We want this one. This one, because then I can check if it's an endpoint. That's the real kicker. So I go to iRoom, and literally all this does is store a reference to a room. What a goddamn GigaChad thing. So let's go over to roomall back here, and let's just quickly assign these so that it actually remembers. So GM is stored, right? GM is stored, and I'm going to say gm.getComponent room dot room equals cr dot room. What? Oh, no, this is iRoom. There you go. All right. So literally this is just taking the room and apply and saving it onto the object. That's all it's doing, is so that I can reference some of the data about it later, which will be important. So let's create a list, shall we? In the gamer, we're gonna create some logic here. So where this what this will do is after this runs, we now should have a list of all the objects. So I should be able to go through for each var Ian Ballers. I mean, not really. Room lol dot instance dot. I'd actually rather do I don't like running get component that many times for a check though. You know what? I don't think it matters for now, but I might redo this later. This is gonna be really shittily written, is what I'm doing. Anyway, so I can do alt. Let me create a list of rooms. Of no, Hmm. So that's a list of all the things, and I just say if that, then I'm gonna do. No, I'm gonna have to do this. List of iRoom. What the no, not an interface. iRoom. Rooms equals new list iRoom rooms. Oh, sorry, this will be the enders. So we do if.e.get component. No, I can't. I can't force myself to write code that's bad. I tried. I can't do it because I just know of a better way of doing it. Spawned room things. Game object. Anyway, so where is the I need to just find and make these relatable. So I mean spawned room things dot clear. I just need to find every instance of this. Oh, it's just here. Okay. Var s equals this, so it equals the room component, and then I say s dot game object equals gm, or sorry, s dot gm equals gm, gm equals gm, and then s dot room equals cr dot room, and spawned room things dot add s. All right. So now I can go up to here, and I can go through spawned room things. I don't need to run get component this many times. I can just say if e dot is or r room dot is endpoint enter dot add e. So I now have a list of all the fuckers. I have a list of all the fuckers. I kind of have to order. I mean, I just gotta pick a random one, so I can just say like player controller dot instance dot game object dot transform dot position. That's a certain chain right there. Equals well, I'm gonna need to pick a room as well. Var r equals enders. I'm just gonna pick a random one from the list. So in other words, I pick a room, and then I do random dot range. So it picks a random one from 0 to the enders dot count. Picks a random one from within the list, and that's the room R. I'm gonna say RM, not R. Anyway, so RM is the random room that was picked. So then I can say equals rm dot transform dot position, or yeah, rm dot transform dot position. Right. So this is the position of the room it puts the player at, and I also have this. So I now need to go enders dot remove rm. So I now have a list of all of the enders that do not contain the player, right? Because there must, by definition of having these rooms, be at least 2 endpoints You know, even if it was just like I don't have a good visual for this. Even if there was just an ending room leading directly into another ending room with no splits, there must always be at least two because there is a room on either end. There can never be a situation in which there is only one ending room, and there must always be at least one. I mean, there must always be at least two, no matter what. So this code should never run into an error, hopefully, unless I am going crazy. But it should not be possible to end badly. Anyway, without that, so that's a thing. So I now have the remaining room or like ending points, and I want to move the interactable guy, right? I want to move this fucker. I should really tag ref him so that I can get him easily. Um, waiting for reloading script assemblies. What the fuck? This guy. All right. So I now have this guy. He doesn't have tag ref, which is nice. He does have a thing that lets enemies navigate around him, which is funny. So let's go to script and throw on tag ref. And I don't even know what would he be under. Obstacle 3. Yeah, I'm gonna save him as next room. All right, so I can grab that. So I now know this guy, right? So now after you've done this, I've basically just got to find a random one. Well, if I really wanted to, I could try and find the one, or like I could do it from the ones that are farthest away from the spawn point. But for now, this will just pick a random one that the player did not spawn at, and then I say tags.refs. Next floor. That's what I called him, right? It's been like 2 seconds and I already forgot. Start game. Next room. Well, that's not even right. It's next floor. That's not even right. Anyway, now they are the same. So I grabbed this guy, right? I think this is a reference to the game object. Yeah, this is the game object. Or I can do dot value rather for the game object. Oh wait, no, sorry, this is the value. My bad. Yeah, no, that's the value, so that's the game object. Dot transform dot position. Dot transform dot transform. Thank you, Unity. Or thank you, Visual Studio autocorrect. That was very helpful. I think I should do transform dot transform. Maybe dot transform. Maybe a bit more transform. You know, dot position equals rm2 dot transform dot position. You know? I think this is legit. When I really need to make sure it's the transform I'm getting the position of. I think that's very useful. So this should theoretically move this fucker and the player to random ones, and they should never be on the same one because I explicitly told it to remove that one that it spawned the player at. What was this button? What did I just click? Switch between automatic, tab only, and telesense completion. What does that? I don't know what that means. Anyway, so. Object reference where? What? Bitch, we didn't do anything. Is this just a one-off problem, or have I forever fucked it? You know? No, it's forever bad now. What? Huh? What? It's the same problem. Plates from Cool Room. Interactable. Next floor. Generate random layout. Place Cool Room. Huh? What? Giles DMs. Oh, you are DMing me. There's a mini mule under the dropship. Nice. Why is this suddenly breaking? I haven't changed the generation code at all. I've added a wrapper to it, which does this. I mean, I I don't know what to say. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. The only, well, clearly it's not that. Meaning it, but are you debug.log CRS. I'm very, very confused from this one. Huh. I mean, this is just itself. What? Why is it breaking? All right, guys, I have a plan. Right, I've got a plan. So, I'm going to copy this. That has been copied onto my clipboard, right? Yeah, okay. So I have that on my clipboard now. I'm going to close this. And just going to revert that one. You know, it's just a wee small change there. I think the refs are still going to say the same, but that's fine. Because all the code should be fine. It's gonna spawn. It's gonna look bad right now. It's gonna look wrong. Because the endpoints are all gonna be facing one direction because I haven't fixed it. But that's not a problem because I can go back into the thing, into the room. Where is it? Room gen. I can reopen Visual Studio, you know, and we can all take a chill pill. Right? So that's the same. This is the same room code. It's still not gonna be able to generate correctly right now because it doesn't have the option to generate all options. But that can be fixed by also allowing it to use these new rooms 4, 5, and 6. Right? So, in essence, we are right back to where we were because I have them all. And they're not breaking anymore. It's the stupidest room generation I've ever seen. That's pretty funny. This is why I need to add more types of rooms, you know? Currently there is not enough to sustain interesting room generation consistently. Which is why I need to add more types of rooms, which will make it better, but again, for now, there's only like a couple of rooms. Most of these are fucking endpoints anyway. It's only these ones that aren't. There's only 3 types of rooms that aren't the endings. Mm-hmm. So let's start going back up to these. I room. I. Why would it try and do this? It knows this. Spawn rooms dos. Spawned rooms dos dot clear. rs equals gm dot get component. I just realized the problem. All right, I realized the problem, but I don't know why it wasn't telling it to me before. s.rm. What? Isn't it s.r or the gm, sorry, equals gm s dot cr dot room. I realized the problem It's this. They don't have the component iRoom on them. I didn't put them in the prefab yet. But why was it telling me the error was up here? Why was it telling me it was here? I don't want to know. Actually, I do kind of want to know. Yeah, that's not. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, whatever the case, that was the problem. Spawned rooms dos dot add s, and then I go over to gamer, and okay, I can't control Z, but I can do this in it because it's not spawn room thing. It's spawn room dos now. Spawn rooms dos. Okay. Anyway, that was excruciatingly stupid. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it in any other feasible method than that. Let's go to MISC. Put the iRoom on them. Delete the duplicate. There you go. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know what to think anymore. Is thinking even real? So, well, I gotta fix the camera teleportation, but that's fine. So I clearly spawned at a random room, right? I spawned right there, and if we look around, there it is. There's the fucker to get to the next one. So you'd be able to go around, you'd be able to explore these shits, fight through some enemies, and then you'd reach the next one. And I don't feel like walking all the way, but I can just grab the player real quick with this and just kind of move them all the way back up there. So if let's just say like, oh, I've reached the end, guys. I very legitimately explored that entire dungeon. You can do this. It teleports the camera in a very janky way, I'm aware. But you can see we're in a new area and the thing spawned away. Now, right now, it is just pure luck that it's spawning there. It could have, for all intents and purposes, spawned like right there, you know? It could have done that. I mean, it has a low chance to, but it definitely could have. And what I want it to do is ideally try to spawn as far from the player as possible, which, you know, will be cool. But that requires like doing some stuff like sorting them and doing whatever, so I mean, it genuinely is like as simple as creating like a dictionary. It's not simple, but I think I'd create a dictionary of rooms to distances, right? Ender sort. Oh wait. No, you can't really. Can you insert edit? No, you can't really do that. It is kind of annoying, although I'd probably create like a value in iRoom to sort them or something. For now, it's fine that they're at a random position. That isn't the priority. I kind of want to add a screen fade to black kind of thing so that it kind of helps cover up the camera teleportation. So let's do that, shall we? Which actually, if you think about it, isn't too bad. So let's grab main camera. This has cameralol.script. Is this an instance? It is instance. We're good. So I can do this, right? I can go to update. Or I can next floor, and I can do camera lol.instance. With a capital I, thank you. Instance, I think that's right. Dot transform dot position equals new vector 3. Oh wait, shit. Can I just set x equal to 0? Oh, no, I didn't think so. Var equals this. And then I set e.x equal to player. I mean, this is some amazing code. You know? And then I set this equal to e. This is so it doesn't change the z value. Anyway, so this just teleports the camera to the player so that you don't see the big screen. What error? Fuck you. I already used the variable name E in this method. Wow. Anyway, so what this is doing right now is it's just teleporting the thing. So it should instantaneously go instead of you seeing the big swoosh. I was wrong. Um, why? What? No. Oh no, those don't have camera lull. I thought they might have. Huh? Why did it not just teleport the camera to the player? Am I misremembering how camera lull works? Like I thought it just interpolates from the position. I don't think it stores the position anywhere, does it? When you have P pause. Um, yeah, that was it. Um, I just think I need to change P pause as well. So where transfer position dot P pause. Can I do that, or is it not accessible? Yeah, didn't think so. All right, let's just go up to camera lull and make it public. Why not? Anyway, what I want the camera to do is instantly teleport to the player, and you'll see why. It doesn't look good now, but it will in a second when I add a thing. Why? I feel angry. I feel displeased. What is causing this? You know? Like this is unnecessary. Um am I just bad? I could just be bad. How have I failed this twice now? All right, let's check. So, camera lull at late update, position equals p pause. Now, position and p pause should be at the player's position when this runs, right? So it does all this stuff. So it's the target position, move towards, right? It's moving towards them. Um, then it says vector SS, so the shake is equal to p pause. P pause is equal to z actually, which is the new position the player is at, and transfer out position equals SS. But SS is p pause, and p pause is z, and z is the position, and the position is p pause. What? I don't know how to I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So there's another reason as well why I pulled this. I don't think the bugs can pathfind. Maybe. Let's see if I can. How do I put this? Well, I mean it is just a public eye enumerator, right? I'm gonna start a coroutine. This is fade. Or start fade. Not with those brackets. Yield return null, but that's not why. That's just so that it doesn't. It just, so it just shuts the fuck up. Public bool is fading equals false. Is fading equals true. A is fading equals true. This one should be false, actually. Anyway, so basically in between here is when all the fading logic will happen. So I'll do a string type useful later. So I want to make it so that it fades from, so it fades in. or basically like there's like a fade to black and then you're there. You'll see what I'm talking about when we get going with this. So I'll minimize some of these things. Oh, we're actually in the thing anyway. So I don't need to have all those open for right now. So let's go back over to the pixel render UI image, right? This will be the fader. Um, negative. That many. Basically, just pure void, right? But shabanka bonk. Do 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 do. Shabanka bonk. Do 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 do. Yeah, so I think currently this is gonna break a lot of things, but I need to make it not a Rayghast target. So you cannot click it. Okay, so let's I actually will I'll disable it by default, but I need to create a reference to this. So let's go a public image no fader equals no that actually doesn't equal anything, just so I can assign it in the thing. No, using the I need to use UI, not UI elements, and I can't be bothered to actually type this. Anyway, so I have if fader, right? So I do fader dot array cast target equals true, fader dot array cast target equals false. Not fault, dude. Okay. So how do I guess I can grab the color. So I do for int I equals 0, I is less than. I don't know. I want basically what I want to make it do is I want to make it fade to black and then do the room generation and then fade back in, but you're at the new location. So 50 steps. Steps equals 50. You know? I plus plus, and then I do bar C equals fader dot color, and then I do C dot A equals a float cast of I over steps. You know? So it's taking I, which will start at 0, right? And it'll go all the way up to 1. And then fader dot color equals C. Same thing, except I do a yield return new wait for fixed update. So this will take exactly 1 second to go. Then I'm gonna do this, but at just 1. So that it'll always be at maximum when it does this. So it'll wait for fixed update, do it at 1, you know, doing all the shit. C2 doesn't matter, just need to make sure they're different variables. And then what we do is we switch the type case break next floor runs next floor. And then we do the same thing in reverse. Right. So we step through this, and then I say it's or 50 minus I. Or 50 minus I, but in parentheses. And then make sure at the end that it is equal to 0. Anyway, kind of a bit of complex logic there. Well, more not complex logic. Elimination mission is driller. My DPS sucks. Agreed. But a lot of logic. What that should do. Oh wait, no, I didn't even tell it to run it. Well, it would help if I told it to do that. So if I go to interactable, instead of running next floor, I do um start coroutine. I don't know if I need to specifically reference gamer, but in this one, you know. But you'll see. So gamer.instance dot fader or start fade next. I did the same thing again. Oops. Next floor. I don't know if I need to do gamer.instance.start coroutine. We'll see, I guess. Anyway, so this should fade the black over the course of a second, go to the new thing, and then fade back. Or I could forget to set the reference. That would also help. So let's go to the nav thing or network manager and set a reference to the actual fader. Woe is me. Big brain. Correct, I can still interact with this stuff. So, fades to black, and I'm here, right? I just need to fix the camera so that it actually, like, shuts the fuck up for a bit. Currently the camera is still fucked, and I don't know why. I told it to do this, right? I don't know. The sword looks like a traffic cone. The sword looks like a traffic cone? I mean... I'm bringing up a reference image here. I mean... like, you're not wrong, but you're not right either. I can see it though. I can see it. All right. Was not expecting to hear that about this. Anyway, so you can see when I do this, it actually fades to black. And oh look, I'm in an area. So now if I can find the blue guy, he's of course he's just happens to be spawning really far away, despite the fact that it's completely random if he does or doesn't. So grab the player, move him up. And let's say, ooh, whoop-de-doo, I'm here. I want to go to the next floor. We go to the next floor now. We're at the next floor. There you go. Go on with your coding, Giles. Well, now I don't wanna, because you told me to. Now I don't wanna out of spite. Koging. So you go. I've checked in my changes as Koging. These are some interesting change set names. 49 change sets. We're almost at 50. Probably by the end of the stream if I continue doing stuff. Whoops. Why did you say whoops? I don't know. I'm deleting this. There should be no references to it. That's all the rooms the game currently uses. Up next on the docket of things to do, make enemies spawning in. I mean, or just make them exist. So currently, I have some stuff. So if we say, wait, is the thing still going? Yeah, okay, it is. So that's done. That's done. We now have this stuff left on the chopping block for stuff I could choose to do. The things should have updated over there. 2 out of 5. Yeah, okay. So I don't think I'm gonna do Shuriken right now. I'm still debating Shuriken. I definitely want to do the saw blade. I might do the boomerang. Like, just as referencing the previous thing we like talked about, we had weapons. I want to have more weapon types than just what I've already thought of, but for now, at least, I think 4 weapons is fine for now. I want to add more in the future if I can. So Shuriken is not that much of a top priority for me, at least not right now. Make enemies being able to deal damage is going to be annoying. Same with making the enemy that shoots. Those are going to be kind of annoying to do. For those, I was actually planning on bringing over, for projectiles specifically, I was planning over bringing the object pooling system from Ox Tools, so that we can, because I did notice some performance issues on lower end machines when spamming projectiles every frame. So that is something that'll hopefully help with that. Make the rooms spawn in on level load. That one could be interesting. So currently the enemies are set just immediately to target the player, right? Target player. It's because of how I made this script. It's very basic, right? All it does is set their target to the player, and that's it. That's all it does. And every frame, it sets the destination to the player's position. That's it. That's all it does. I think I could make this better. I mean, for example, this really only needs to be fixed update. This doesn't even need to be update. But we'll get into that. So let's start redesigning these enemies here. I want to make it maybe so they don't start trying to actually chase the player until they're set distance, because the player's going to get swarmed. But you know what I can do is start making some of these enemies. So let's create a list somewhere. Public game object enemy. Whoa. Enemies. That's a public game object, not a list of them though. Now we have a list of enemies, right? So this will be a new list of game objects. No, not those. All right, stop putting shit in there. All right, so we've got a list that I can put the enemy prefabs in. I'm gonna use the soccer ball for now, because why the hell not? And then we can do some other stuff. So let's go through. This is gonna be the thing. So spawned room dose. I'm gonna need to add some more functionality into iRoom. So public float dist equals that public bool is used equals false, right? And that'll be crucial. So I go to gamer, right? And what I want to say is rm dot is used equals to true, right? And over here rm2 dot is used equals true. Because I like, if I have specialty rooms, I don't want enemies to spawn in them. For example, the room with the way to escape to the next floor, and the room where you spawn in probably should not have enemies in them, right? So anyway, so what I can do now is I can say for every room in spawned room dose, and if E does not have, what the fuck is issued or is used? I just misread my own thing that I just made as issued instead of is used. Big brain time, because I just put it in all lowercase, because why not? So I now have a new list of things, but I'm gonna make a different list of rooms called spawnable, or I'm just gonna say available rooms, right? So this is available rooms. This is not enders anymore, and I can then just go for each var in available rooms, instantiate. I don't really have the object pooling stuff for the spawn object, so for now this will be in some temporary code. So I'll just do instantiate, right? So I instantiate a enemies 0 at a e.gm. Transform.local scale.x, local rotation local scale.x. This will become parent in a second. I'm just gonna say var s equals s. Okay, so s.local scale to this. Anyway, so this is the position. So I'm gonna do new vector 3 0 0 0, but I'm gonna start replacing these because they whatever, and quaternion dot identity. Anyway, so that's the rotation stuff, but we need the position, and I'm just going to try and spawn it in a random location in the middle. That is kind of a thing I just thought of, which is that the enemy, when it tries to spawn in, will die. Well, no, but hold on. If I just straight up use the scale, it'll try and spawn them sometimes in the wall, but you know what? That doesn't matter. Not right now. I'll deal with that in a second. So let's go. Let's just write this. So we do fucking what? Why can't I think of this? Why is my brain deciding that? No, I don't wanna exist. Random dot range, not random range. I don't actually know the difference between random range and range. Wait, this is deprecated? Oh, neat. Sick. So I random range, negative this to this. Oh wait, no, not just this part. I needed this whole thing on the Y axis. Anyway, so that this is literally just gonna spawn in something from the enemy array, and now I've just got to grab one of the ballers. Balling. Let's make a new folder for enemies. Put balling in there. Delete this. Balling, I don't think has a tracker thing. Correct. So we have balling. It should be enabled. Whoopsie. Anyway, where's balling? So it's going to be a red soccer ball. It's going to be a red soccer ball. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be a red soccer ball. And I'm going to do var e or var equals this, and then ss.getComponent dot fucking what is it? Nav mesh entity dot target equals. We're almost there. Player controller dot instance dot game object. Okay. Whoa, that was long. Anyway, what that should do is spawn in all enemies in every single room that the player doesn't spawn in. Why are you here? Why is he here? Oh, I just didn't delete this one. There you go. Okay. Anyway, distraction aside, it should. I forgot to put it in the list. Yes, that would help. Where is this list? Enemies. Put it in the list. We try that again. We try it again. Those soccer balls are such a W idea for a testing enemy. I know. All right. Well, I'm here, but I'm not seeing. Oh. Well, I realized a possible reason as to why they weren't spawning incorrectly, because this is spawning them at 0, 0. It should be e dot room, or sorry, gm dot transform dot position plus this, which because this was spawning them at 0, 0, but I don't know why none spawned in at all, which is a bit concerning, because I mean, I only set is used to, like, true by default or something. Wait, this is public? Okay, that means that they're available in the rooms. They could just be set to true by default if I mistyped it. Rooms. No, is used as false. So it's not dying. I'm gonna debug.log. I love Sapwin. I don't know. I do have to agree though. The soccer balls were probably one of the better choices for enemy design. They're just so peak, you know? We have the neutral one as well. All right, so let's check this out. Well, it crashed. Set destination can only be active What? Couldn't you just have them be pre-placed in the prefab? I don't know much of the intricacies, so that could be. No, 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 that is actually not too bad. I did something similar like that in Rupture, but that means I do have to hand place the spawn locations of enemies in every room, which is kind of annoying to do. It's not bad. And I also have an idea in mind for how I can fix them, which is just having the enemies retry their position until they can find a valid location. Um, the only thing is that somehow this spawned off of a valid location. So I think the nav mesh is too small, which might be a bit of an understatement. So let's fix that, shall we? So currently the nav mesh, let's bake it. Why can't I see it? My well, there it is. I have to zoom out really far to see it. Only vaguely. Anyway, so I think right now the nav mesh is just way too small. And I can do this by increasing the size of background, right? So maybe 1,000 by 1,000. And then I bake it. So I also have to bake it when the game loads. Because currently they're gonna try and go through walls, which I'm aware of. And you can see the game did not break. However, all of these enemies are nowhere to be found. Why are they? Oh, they're rendering behind the. They're rendering behind the background. Um, that's funny. Hold on, let's go to rooms and fix that. Um, I think the enemies are rendering behind the background. Let's see if I'm right here. So the enemies are in order layer 0. That's fine. So the room's background square. No. I thought the enemies may have been rendering somehow behind the background, which would be interesting. Does it always appear above the surface? Does what appear above the surface? Clearly these enemies are existing. They exist at valid locations. And they are here, I just can't see them. I mean, I'm not moving right now. I'm getting pushed around. Can I view in the 2D view? Do. Don't mind me. I stopped a bit early. So where's this player? Player's right here. What? 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 Okay. Well, I think. It's so stupid. All right. I know what the problem is. It's the rotation. I did quaternion.identity, but I guess I can just use gm dot tran a. I can do e.gm dot rotation. What? Oh, sorry, dot transform dot rotation. This rotation. My God, there is no bitrate problems, and yeah, the enemies were not at all cursed. So they were spawning improperly rotated. I think I need to clarify. Are these things rotated by default? What kind of rotation are they that's causing them to be this fucked? Let's go back to 2D view and see where this spawned in. So we're at 0, 0, 0. Right? We're at all zeros. Everything is a 0. Right? And it is perfectly viewable. Fuck you. It doesn't like that I did that because it didn't have a destination location, so it crashed. Anyway, so that one perfectly fine, perfectly fine. These ones very much not fine. They're spawning in. Why is that negative 90? What? Is that the rotation of these rooms? No. Quaternion dot identity. So times new or quaternion dot Euler dot or 90 0 0. I'm I'm at a loss. I I don't what would be causing that? And now they're rotated too far. But you're telling me that like so I just commented that part out. Did you know that Euler was named after a guy named I did actually. I did. Did you know that Euler invented so many things that people had to stop fucking naming things after him because like, or they had to start naming them after like the second person to invent them because he invented too many things. That is a fun little tidbit. And let me guess, they're at negative 90. What? Why are they not allowed to be rotated to 0? Why are they not allowed to be rotated to 0? I get why they're breaking right now. I believe their collision detection is not set to continuous. Yeah, it's set to discrete. Which is fine. But so if I don't rotate them 90 degrees, they are at negative 90. If I rotate them 90 degrees, they are at 90 degrees. What if I rotate them 45 degrees? You know? What about that? What do you have to say about that, huh? Punk. What happens if I only rotate them halfway? Will you put them at 0? Multiplying it by 0. How is the rotation 135? Why do you need to rely on functions? What are you talking about? The fuck are you talking about, Source? It's a quaternion. You. This is a quaternion. Cannot convert from it. Source is this is a quaternion. And they're back to being fucked. But what? Okay, okay, okay. But what if I do 1 degree with everything set to 0? I did just do that, and it's negative 90. Everything set to 0 is quaternion dot identity. What the fuck? It, I I don't get it. Why are they only... You guys want the system manipulating the spawn somewhere else. I shouldn't be. I'm just using instantiate, right? So I'm just using instantiate, and then I am setting the target, and all they have is this and entity. Now this clearly does not change the rotation, and neither does this. This gets like the rigid body and gets the color and shit, but nothing in here fucks with the rotation of it. Right? This is all just like damage and shit. So clearly I can't just do this, but what if I went to the nav mesh entity and I do transform dot rotation equals player controller dot rotation or dot instance dot transform dot rotation. What if I just told them every 50th of a second set your rotation equal to the player? Now this will mean they look really fucky because it means their rotation is going to be constantly equal to the player. But what does that do? What does that do? We shall find out. Excuse me? Well, I know why they're rotating with the player, because obviously they're rotating the same as their player. I just told it to. What the huh? What is going on? What is going on? Transform dot rotation equals quaternion dot identity. What if I just tell them to set their own rotation to default whenever they spawn in? They weren't flashing in and out either, which means that either you just you see they don't take kindly to walls when they are improperly nav meshed. Now obviously the reason they're breaking is because I haven't built the nav mesh, which is really simple to do. I just need to run it. I don't even remember what it's called. Let's see if I can do this off memory. So I'm also some help from IntelliSense. Let's see if I can do this. So we run nav mesh refresher dot no shit, that isn't a thing. All right, well I know it's this script. I just need to run build nav mesh, right? This is just not happening. I need to run build nav mesh is what I need to do. Oh damn, I actually don't have a reference this. Well, I'll just create a reference to it in Gamer then, so I don't have to get it or something. Public nav mesh refresher NMR. So we now have the NMR, which is the nav mesh refresher, and then I run NMR dot build nav mesh. Now this will cause the game to freeze for a second when it fades to black, but that's fine. I never had anything against that, and I was completely alright with it, because this is just going through and building a giant nav mesh of the rooms that just spawned in, which of course is chill. So let's go to the nav mesh thing and actually throw that in there so it doesn't crash when I do this, you know, boink. And now the thing should no longer be clipping through walls. Hopefully. If I did that correctly. The game should freeze. That's good. He's not clipping through walls. Correct. He's not clipping through walls. They're just outside the walls because they spawned out there. That does kind of lead to the question of, yeah. So these enemies constantly can see me from anywhere in the map at any time. They can just always see me and always come to me, but they can't go through the walls. If you remember, the wall is actually like this thick, you know? So they're actually on the other side of it. Because out here there's no collider or anything. So they're actually just up against the wall and colliding correctly. So yeah, the rotation of spawning in them was just completely and utterly fucked. I could not tell you a reason as to why it was like that, but it was. So I guess it's fixed now. I guess. So anyway, these enemies are constantly trying to get to me because they can see me from anywhere. And also they're spawning outside the map, which is not good. So I have a few fixes for this. Namely, we take this plus 1F. Right. And I paste that on the Y, and I do minus 1F, minus 1F, but that'll become apparent Y in a second. And then I just say I need to grab an mesh entity. So can I just grab if they're colliding? It's fine. That'll hopefully fix some of the out of bounds stuff by not moving them, like having them spawn directly against the wall. But what I want to do is have them try to replace their position if they're going to spawn inside something. And so they look for another free space if they're about to collide. Now, hopefully this would mean. Okay, well, clearly not. Clearly some of these enemies are. This is. I'm not gonna question. I think I'm just really far away. Oh no, I'm not even that far away. What? Alright, alright. Let's check this out. Check this out. And then back to 2D. There you go. That's how you fix the problem. Anyway. So I now can hyper zoom in on these fuckers as they glitch around and look all wonky. But that's fine. So, I mean, that was a headache. I'm not gonna lie, that was bad. But we got them to work. I still don't know why they're spawning outside the area. To be honest, it is frankly very concerning. To be quite and frank. Right, you can see the world fade to black, freeze, and now the enemies are just out and about. There seems to be less of them outside the map, but there are still some. And I actually don't know why. Oh, wait. No, it is because of I actually just can change the min size. This won't work for more complex rooms, but the min size will work for some things, which is good. Basically, I need to make an actual thing to detect when they're supposed to be inside of a room, and move them around until they are, which might be bad. I'm not actually sure how I'm gonna do it. It's definitely going to be a thing. Anyway, so let's go to Gamer, and let's just quickly do one thing, which is to just do 2F. Maybe even 3. Well, because currently it's a 20 by 20 area for a normal square. So this is just slightly reducing the edges, making them go inwards by 3 on the borders, which should mean the total, or like the smallest area they can spawn from is a 14 by 14 area, which should be now within the walls, meaning they should not be outside. Witchcraft. Witchcraft. Did I write the wrong letter or something over here? What is this witchcraft? Okay, well, this I can just shorten to S. But huh? If I just make them spawn at the center instead of randomizing their position, oh, yeah. if I make them spawn at the center instead of randomizing their position, I feel like it would fix this problem, but I don't understand why they're able to even spawn outside. W- w- Uh uh what? What? Hold on. I'm just unrelated. I know that's gonna slightly jumble its balls a wee bit. I wonder what that'll do. That could make it freeze while it's trying to do a thing. This could bumfuck the system because I need to wait for it. Yeah, but nope, they're still going through walls. What the fuck? They just have no cares in the world whatsoever. Hold on, let me inspect this nav mesh. Ah, ah. That would do it. That would do it. All right. Number one. Go in there. Number two. Rooms. All of you need to be this. This component, copy component. All of you. Paste component is new. I don't even. I think it's no longer waiting for it to complete. But no. Why? Why? What? Why is this all walkable? What? But uh, but if I re-enable this obstacle, for example, I just re-enabled some random one. I think this is the one that is not rotated. Right, it's that one. Right. I do this. I look at them in that mesh. So you can see. Oh, does it only care about direct children? Because I have it set to children. What if I do all? Huh? Well, now. Hmm? Well, it crashed. Object reference not. The fuck you mean? Okay, fine. Back to children. Alright, so it might be that they're not direct children. That could be the problem. So let's go to room lol. Um, public Public game object. Parente. Right, so I have the parent, and then when the instantiate call up here with all of this, parent.transform. Oh, it actually passes in the parent for place room cool. From cool. So this is currently passed if I do parente with a capital P. So this will now try to spawn them under the my message? I haven't looked. Oh, it's Battle for the Shifting Cock. Oh, a new official card dropped. The hero. I think you meant Greg. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. That's the true hero. So I go to the room generator. I'm gonna take it out, but I'll tell it to spawn them all in Parente. All right. So it puts all of them in nav mesh. And now I look at the nav mesh. Well, that's not... Uh-oh. Well, now all of the rooms don't even exist anymore. What? What? Huh? No, they're doing this again. Oh my. I uh, uh, I so I can't change that. Well, we know the fix for this one, guys. Public start, not static, start. Transform.rotation A. Transform.rotation equals quaternion.identity. That one got me good. I'm not gonna lie, that one got me. Alright, so all the rooms have spawned in. And the nav mesh is still completely ignoring them. I mean, I'm not going insane, right? Like, it's clearly cut out this one. But not this. Is it because they are... I mean... But I can't. I can't... What do you want from me? Why won't you work? I feel like the answer might be that it only works with direct children, you know? But I don't have any proof of this. All right. Obstacle 4 is going to go right over there, and he's going to have a child. He's giving birth. Who's over there? And this one, he's giving birth. Now one goes over there. Right? All of these should not be blockable. All of them should not have... They should all be cut out, right? But if only the left one is cut out, we have a problem. A real problem. I don't even know what to say at this point. Like, what is there anything I even can say? What if I go to the gamer, right? And then instead of waiting for a new fixed update, I wait for seconds. 1F. 3F. Let's say we wait 3 whole seconds before I build it. Is this like it doesn't have time to properly realize that these are all nav mesh modifiers kind of thing? I don't know what you said. Not really, too. I need to be a bit more specific with that one. So there's the build, and it's still fucked. What? Is it the Z component? I can set the Z to 0. Not really, you forgot what. Um, transform dot position equals transform. Why are you saying wait? Dot parent dot. What's wrong? Wavy. Oh, you're right, dude. It ended, dude. That's why we ran out of time. I'll bring it back to the beginning. Bring it back to the beginning. That is probably why. Oh, wait. No. I thought I was going to override it with walkable on there. I just opened the prefab. I didn't do anything. It's not Jover. We got it back, Source. We got it back. Working on the new rebalance cards. I came up with a new card idea, which is now in official cards. The hero comes and goes like the wind, becoming the sole spotlight for the game while he's here. Alright, so now they're gone, and it crashed. They're gone, and it crashed. What can only be placed on an active? Sure, but they are on a nav mesh. Actually, this gives us an opportunity to identify where they're trying to spawn in. They tried to spawn in over here. Anyway, I thought what I would do is take the nav mesh and try to set these things' position to be there. But that didn't work. I don't even know how. I set them to the transform.parent dot position. The parent of the transform, right? So in other words, nav mesh. So these should literally be at the same height, but they're not. I don't... Oh, they're all at 0. What the actual fuck? So these things are just deciding, no, I don't want to be a nav mesh modifier that works. Oh. I'm angry about that. I am angry. I am angry. I found the problem. Alright. Remove component. The problem has been identified. I hate it. You know what I did? I put the nav mesh modifier on the parent object, not on the individual walls. Right? Based component is new. Based component is new. Maybe based this component as new. No. What if I based this component as new? Or what if I went to this one and then I went to base my components as new? Because these are all very based. Anyway. New attempt. New attempt. So Source is typing in and Battle for the Shifting Cock. So let's check the nav mesh. It works! Oh, let's go. Alright, that was the dumbest problem of all time. So let's go back to Gamer. Let's make this not that. Let's make this not an enumerator. And let's make it just run next floor. Okay. What a stupid fucking problem. I don't even want to know how that managed to happen to me. Source has re-uploaded the hero. If a piece of this army uses Source, it has commander. You just mean it, I don't know what the point of saying if a piece of. All right, I'm just gonna over here. So Source said, if a piece of this army uses an action, all allied armies have exhaustion 1, but it has commander, which means there's only one of it. I don't know. I don't know if there's a case where. What do you mean consistency? They're called. Okay. Armies, yeah, what about it? I'm saying the if a piece of this army uses any action. That's you're saying that because it's consistency. Wait, there's a difference? What do you mean there's a difference between pieces? It does it not all allied pieces. It does it to all other friendly pieces. What the fuck does that mean? So it's not all of the allied pieces. It's just only the allied pieces. Or is there a difference between friendly and allied? You deleted the comment. All right. Well, I feel like I know what this is talking about. Which is to say that when you move this piece, every other thing has exhaustion 1. Like, I think that's what you're talking about with this. I don't know. I don't. Is the armies are like the cards, right? Wording of the pieces, just because it's consistent. Plus, there is one case where a commander's overwritten, and yes, okay, okay. Confusing stuff. An announcement was made. Oh, by the way, 8 out of 89 Beta 2 cards have been converted, and now I have 1 out of 31 cards unique to Beta 3 created. W. If hero's that card, I assume. Ignoring the fact that these enemies are spawning outside the walls, we shouldn't see any teleporting through walls anymore, although it's kind of hard to see. So I have this selected and whatnot. It's doing this again. But like on a macro level, if we see any clipping through walls, you fucker. I saw that one. I gotta do the thing where I hyper zoom in again, but anyway, so what the fuck? So this thing is telling me, no, no, no. You want it? We'll clip through the walls even after all of this. The enemies will just decide, no, I'll clip through them. Wait. Why can't I see the nav mesh? So it stopped working. Um, but we were saying that fuck. So actually I was kind of right on the money when I did say that it does need to wait a bit before it builds it because it doesn't have time to realize that things are there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I am bamboozled. Right. So if any of these fuckers start clipping, I'm gonna have at them. I see them properly navigating. I also see the enemies outside, having a fun time because they're like, I can't get in. Yeah, because they're trying to navigate to me, but they can't because there's no way. There's literally no way for them to get to me. They're just fucked. They don't know what to do. But I genuinely don't even know how there's a guy out here. I think he's spawned like over here or something that is walking all the way around. But anyway, the enemies are not actually clipping through walls anymore. They are properly navigating through the map. I think there's 7 enemies in that one guy. I think they've all combined. Or is there not enough for them of them for that? So anyway, the enemies are constantly piling it. So there's just one enemy per room, and they're just all piling in on me. Clearly, I think there's needs to be some stuff changed about this. Um, but the game is now, I mean, existing. Checking in those changes. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of just in like shock from that, to be honest. Like, I don't know how to go on. I need to remake some of the enemy code. So, room, where is it? Nav mesh entity. I underscore room or origin room. I need to run a fucking thing. If no, I can't just put an if out there. What am I doing? Anyway, I'll come back to that. So I do gamer. I need to run same thing, but I don't know if I feel like doing this. Dot room, origin room equals E. That'll be useful in a second, so I'd basically just grab this piss. So if I do so on collision enter, but I need to do 2D. Whoops. On collision enter 2D. If timer is less than or equal to 0.5 or 0.4f, do this. But I just say that I need to define s. Var s equals room origin room dot gm transform. Sorry. Transform on collision. Or fuck you, man. Alright. On collision stay 2D. Same exact bullshit. Just so that if it's within this, then it's just gonna reroll the position. That's a good touch. What's a good touch? Like me to Jeremy? What do you mean? This will probably still let the thing spawn outside because I need to also run a raycast when they exist. So currently that should re-roll their position so they don't spawn inside walls, but I don't think they were before because of that. So currently they're spawning outside, and what I need to do is basically raycast to make sure they're actually like spawning incorrectly. The usual strata, since the ground is made out of ice, if you set the ground on fire, the drill stream power melt the ground. Technically, you can. I don't even. All right. I'm actually gonna say public void re-roll pause. And I'm gonna bring out this code to here and run re-roll pause. And I basically need to run a raycast to check if the thing. So I'm gonna do. I don't remember raycasts or how they work really. I never really use them. I have to look this up. Just I mean I know I can do raycast equals this ray. What is this? Ray 2D. I genuinely never. This is something I like never really learned. How to use raycasts in Unity. I mean, it should just be. I mean, okay, so it's physics2d.raycast, the position, the direction. I'm not sure what transform direction is. And then you out hit, yeah, and then you do. But you also got to define what hit is. Yeah, raycast hit. And then if you hit, if you didn't hit. All right. Well, clearly I'm going to need to change some stuff because this isn't right. Why did that not copy to my clipboard? Copy. Paste. All right. So currently, I don't think it's raycast hit. I need raycast hit 2D. I do physics 2D. Raycast, so that's doing that. Layer mask, don't need that. How do I get it for when it's all of them? Isn't it like raycast all? There you go. What? Okay. I'm just gonna say if that don't care about those, This is just a blanket statement. I'll get rid of this. I've got it all down. All right, all right. So var e or hits equals this. No. Oh, I just did copy that. All right. So this will get all the things, and then I need to do if how do I have a general method for detecting when these are the ground? Order and layer equals this. I just need to get the order and layer of the background. Make sure it's not good. Okay. So what I can just say is I can say if var e in hits. I haven't been checking chat. I probably should. I currently can't see it because of wavy blue. No, there's nothing. All right. So I do e in hits. Where is? So this is just getting every hit. E dot game object. No. Transform dot get component. So I run get component and I get the sprite renderer. What do I have on my clipboard right now? Okay, that. Dot order and yeah, equal. So clearly this, I mean, that'll kind of work, but there's some things I need to do, which is namely, I need to do this, and I need to say s equals this, and I say if s is not equal to null and s dot sorting order equals this, then we'll sex equals false, sex equals true, break. Perfect, you know, sweet. Why is there an error here? Cannot be declared in the scope because I'm already using the I am. So I am. So then I basically just need to do if sex equals or no, just if not sex, then re-roll position. You basically need to keep re-rolling the position until you don't yes. Because one of the things should be the background at all times. This is correct. Because it should always be the background at -999. This is correct. So I need to go to all of these. All of the squares on them, add a component, box collider 2D, except that it is trigger. Right? Copy component, paste component as new, paste component as new. Just to make sure the size is correct, it is. Paste component is new. Paste component is new. No, wait a minute. I think I did those on the wrong objects. Yes, base component is new. Here, I'd make sure that you have that. Yeah. Anyway, so you have this. You do not have this. I paste component as the new. Make sure you don't have this, which you do. Fun stuff to be doing, I know, but I do need to do this. This should theoretically. No, that's the wrong one. This should theoretically mean that the shits, the fuckers, the giggles, they're all spawning in the correct place. Because these are just triggers, they shouldn't mean anything. All they really should do is say to the raycast to hit them. I don't know if it can hit triggers. I hope it can. Or else we're gonna crash the game. Actually, that's probably a good point. It'll run an infinite loop if they can't. So let me check in my changes first. I probably should have made that be an enumerator so it waits a frame before doing it again. Well, enemies are outside the bounds, which means it clearly did not work. Oh, wait, yeah, no, because it doesn't run reroll position on start, right? It doesn't do that. I should just run reroll pause. And then up in here, I just won't run this because it's unnecessary now. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All the shit's going. It's all giggling. I don't even know what that means, but it is. It's all shits and giggles until someone giggles and shits. Alright. Attempting this again. Yo. Mr. White. It's working. Yo! That's actually wild. That's so good. You can even see them getting fucked on the, Yeah. Seems legit. We cooked Jesse. Now, all I've got to do is probably two more things. Which is to say, I take the sprite renderer of it. I need to just get a component. No. Make it. Yeah, no, I know. I want to do that. That only aggro's from range, so they're not just all chasing me down. But I have a couple. I have a couple more things I need to change about this before it's better. So for one thing, I want to say, the timer shouldn't be checking for 0.4. It really should only be like 0.1 seconds. And then I want to say, if timer stop timer is greater than or equal to 0.1f, right? So in other words, or actually I should say greater than that. And I run a boolean private public well existing equals true, false I mean, and existing not existing equals true. Get component sprite renderer dot enabled equals true. Okay, so what that should do, I mean that'll enable the sprite renderer component, but I'm gonna go disable the sprite renderer component of the enemies, right? So it'll wait 0.1 seconds before, like after they spawn in, before they actually like you can see them. Now this shouldn't be enough that it's noticeable, because you know the fade is it's gonna be fading in and whatnot. Let's find the enemies. This I'm just gonna disable sprite renderer, right? So literally what this is, this is because you could see the sprite renderer before, if it ever collided with anything, you'd actually see it teleport. Now clearly that wouldn't happen, because ideally you shouldn't see them teleport, but you theoretically would have been able to. Now you can't even notice the fact that it was missing for 0.1 seconds when we spawn in originally. But now these things actually properly collide. There should hopefully be none outside of feasible locations. This is correct. And enemies should never have the opportunity to spawn inside of each other, you know? That should not be a thing they're allowed to do. Because Yeah, well, I mean, they check every frame for zero ever for the over the span of 0.1 seconds for their to re-roll their position. So there basically should be no feasible way for them to ever clip inside themselves or inside walls. I mean, if they do, that'd be kind of funny. And now I get to beat up soccer balls. They don't really have any recourse. They can't fight back, but I can beat up these red soccer balls. And this also means what I can do is I can jack up the numbers of enemies being spawned. And it should still work, you know? Because nothing is really, I mean, nothing is preventing me from doing that. So because we're doing this, right? I'm getting rid of this debug, and I can just go like for int I equals 0, I is less than 5. So it'll do 5 enemies per room, right? I mean, this is probably way too many. Or maybe the right amount of enemies. Maybe it could be way too little. But they're only being well, they're because they're constantly able to see me. I'm gonna get absolutely mobbed. I'm gonna be assaulted is what's gonna happen here. Right? So that's what's going on right now. And after this, I'll see if I can make them only aggro from a certain range, you know, so otherwise they're just kind of idling. So anyway, every room should have spawned 5 enemies, and all the enemies should have valid spawn locations, and they all should be trying to swarm me. So that's cool. And there you go. You can see they're starting to get a bit feisty because yeah, that is probably something I gotta tweak, which is I gotta make them stop. Um, I'm not exactly sure how I'll be able to do that. Now, this is what happens when you get bodied by about 10 quadrillion of them. Um, and there's still more that are coming in too. It's honestly just pretty amusing to watch, I'm not gonna lie. Uh, I don't know how aggro is something that's kind of interesting to do. It could be kind of a complex thing, and you can see they're starting to glitch now because they're all trying to push towards the player at maximum like force. Um, I've got to do a thing where they try to stop moving once they're this close to the player. Mm. Anyway, so you can see that it's working now. It's still good. We should still be running at a pretty good FPS. Yeah, like 300. And I can just start absolutely wailing on these fuckers. This kind of this you with the sheer amount of enemies, you can see the box kind of um through the where they flash white, where you're actually able to hit them, you know. Anyway, so very cool that the this shit's working. Definitely didn't take a long time, like 2 hours. No, no. Do I still have something open? Oh, that's the highlighter. I thought that was the reg edit. So yeah, that's cool. Currently, there's not a whole lot going on with these enemies. They just kind of swarm at you, and that's it. Um, I think it's the stopping range I need on the enemy. I can't remember what it is. Radius is this, but it's called stopping distance. I don't know what that is, so I'll try 1. You know, maybe that's too little. Maybe that's too much. We'll see. I don't know. I think that's like unity distance. So 1 would be like right next to the player, I think. I think that's like basically them touching the player. Yeah. Right. So they're just on me. But so I am getting bodied just less hard. Let's up it to like 2 or something. Right. So they'll stop an all right distance for me. I'm not exactly sure how enemy attacking is going to work. I think it might be similar to the player. There's like a cone or something in front of them. Maybe not a cone, but you know, like a box or something in front of them. Um, because like they're content to just sit there stationary at like this distance, right? So even with this insane amount of enemies here, you can see that I'm not actually moving that much now. despite the insane amount of enemies pushing against me. And that's because all of these ones are not actually really moving. So they're helping slow down the impact of getting bodied like that. Now, when you move away, then you can see they start catching back up. But it's because ideally the ones next to you would stop to attack you. I want to see if I can make it so the enemies can't really push the other enemies, but I don't know how to do that. I could increase their mass. I don't know what that does. I just multiplied their mass by like 1,000. I don't think that's the right thing to do, though. Well, that'll mean I won't really be able to move enemies anymore, right, as the player. But they will be able to move me. Yeah, I can't really move enemies anymore. Maybe it's the other way around kind of thing that I have to do. But the enemies, can they move themselves is what I want to know. Maybe? I mean, it looks like it. So maybe not. I'll bring the enemy's mass back down to 1. But I'll make the player's mass not 1, like it is by default, but I make it like 10. Right? So enemies really need to push hard to actually move the player. I mean, it has literally 10 times their mass. I think this might mean you can body the player can just absolutely destroy enemies by knocking them like that, though. Yeah. Might have to nerf that. Debatably, because of how far you can just punt them now. But I mean, yeah, I gotta nerf the player's mass. They should not be able to punt enemies this fucking far. By just like ramming into them, you know. It is kind of amusing, I'll give it that. But it doesn't seem the most balanced that you can just kind of yeet enemies away like that. But there isn't that great of a way I can really think of doing that. So, well, one thing I can do is I can help reduce this by taking enemies acceleration and bumping that up to maybe like 12. Stopping distance is fine, auto braking is fine. That's all good. Speed is fine, angular speed is fine, fine. Okay, okay. So I'll also try maybe not 10, maybe more like 2. So it is a bit heavy, a bit hefty. Boinko. So you're still hard to move. You're just not able to fling them nearly as far, you know? I mean, I still can fling them. I might need to up their acceleration even more to help prevent that. What the fuck was that one doing? No. Are they trying to maintain that radius around me? Hold on, hold on. So I know what auto braking is. It makes them actually stop. But what happens if I disable it? So they're gonna keep moving, but they have a stopping distance. What does it do? We won't know. So let's find out, shall we? This is the best way to know, through experimentation. So they didn't like stop outright, but I was more interested in knowing what like some of these other fuckers are doing. Like you can see them sometimes back away like that. Like that one. Whenever I push them away like this, they sometimes like try to clump around. I don't know. I'm getting a bit swarmed now from the sheer amount of enemies. There is some funky behavior with how they're moving, but it's otherwise fine. I think I might need to up their acceleration by quite a bit. So let's try not 12, but like 20. Probably a bit high. But I gotta see how it goes, you know? Is it too much? Too little? I want to make them not go that far when you punt them. because it is kind of a bit OP that you can do it. Right, so they're going. And no. I mean, you're free to do whatever you want in the dungeon. I mean, but yeah, they just stop. Interesting. They don't really get pushed closer, or they don't move really that much closer to you, unless they're getting pushed from behind by even more enemies trying to body you. Um, Not exactly sure. I think it's fine, you know, because clearly you wouldn't be fighting this many enemies at the same time. They just need to work in like decently big numbers, but not numbers that are this insane. Even if they are, I think it's actually probably fine if stuff like this happens, because you're just like actually you're just being like it's completely swarmed by enemies. Imagine they're not soccer balls, right? Although stuff like this where they start glitching is where I'm not a big fan, and there's not really any way I know of that can stop it. And I feel like this could glitch you through the wall if they attempted to. Hard enough. Although I'm not sure how they would. I feel like these things have the capability to glitch you through walls. I mean, based on what they're doing right there, you know? We reached equilibrium for a second. And yeah, I might have to change their acceleration. 20 seems pretty good. Enough that they're moving, they're grooving. I just don't want to make them seem floaty, is the thing. I think it's fine. I'm just kind of messing. I just gotta like mess around with it. So let's deal with aggro range now. Aggro is something that is interesting. Um, I want to make it so if you damage them, then it's like they always follow you. But if you don't damage them, then they don't really care. But the thing is like I need to make it so that you can't just like snipe them with like a bow, which is kind of cheesy. So you can't just like pick them off one by one. So maybe if you damage one, then all the nearby ones also get aggroed or something. That's all I can think. Anyway, I'll think about it. That is something I gotta write down. Dude, wavy blue is covering up my hotbar over here. That's kind of a problem. It's too big. Anyway, it's fine. I can go over here. I just need to write this down somewhere. Right. Make enemies aggro nearby enemies. There you go. So when you damage an enemy, it also draws nearby ones over to you. So you can't just like pick them off one by one. That's just something that I'll implement later. But for now, let's just make them do that. So I'm actually getting rid of target game object for now. Or maybe I'll keep it, but I won't set it in gamer up here. Right? Because right now it's doing this, but that's kind of dumb. So let's see. This seems like a very productive stream. It is not a productive stream whatsoever. Where the fuck is machete? So right now this is doing this, but it's doing it no matter what. So I just need to say not if target is not equal to null. So in other words, if it has a target, then do this. And I want to say if it seems like we've gone from 7 goals to 5. I mean, let's see. That should be not, it's actually 7 goals to 4 because I did make enemies spawn again. So if enemy or I'll just do player controller dot transform dot or instance dot transform dot position dot position minus transform dot position dot magnitude. Sorry. parentheses. That magnitude is less than or equal to, let's say, like 15F. So 15 range. That's about the span of a room and a half, I think. Like if no. No, that's like I'll do 20, which is the size of a room. You know? Actually, no, 15 seems fine. All right. So let's it could even be 10, to be honest. I don't know. I'll just do 10. We'll see how that works. Right? L productivity. That's my personal belief. We have the biggest L here. So, what's gonna happen when we start? Wait. My brain is not functioning. I think I may have dropped it or something. Um okay. Now we'll check out what it does. I told it to check for the if the player is within 10 distance, and then I forgot to do anything after it checked for it. Anyway, so we have we've got a thing going. I need to probably up that. What? How the fuck did you see me? Oh, up above. Hmm. Line of sight is probably a thing. I'm not sure how I'll do line of sight. I can make all these fuckers follow me, and they'll follow me to the end of time. Like, no matter where I go, they'll follow. But you can see these enemies, they just kind of sit around doing nothing, and then when you get nearby, they are like, oh shit! So let's up the range to 15. And let's also say, we're doing a raycast. We're gonna do a raycast, probably. Right? So this is checking if it's within magnitude. Oh shit, a rat. No, actually for real though, you know Drip Rat? Oh, I don't have Creed. I have it in PP Shures and enemy.kra, right? PP Shures. I don't think I can just open this though, can I? I don't have PP Shures linked up there. All right. PP Shures enemy.kra. Can I just open this? Fuck you. Okay. Slight tangent here. Closing that. Closing that. Don't need that. Don't need that. All right. Who remembers Drip Rat? Who remembers Drip Rat? You know, the classic. The almighty. The ever renowned. The Drip Rat. Now, I have item-based KRA because that's a thing. But let's do file open enemy.kra. This should be the enemy stuff. And there you go. Source for gore? Source, you monster. You absolute criminal. How could he do that? I'm not selecting the right layer. Layer is locked. Really? Anyway. Rat. It's Drip Rat. So I got this rat thing that I drew along, like, this was for fucking what? You remember Skull Emoji. This was for Shadow Wizard Money Gang. I drew this rat. And, I mean, I also have an outline for it, but I'm not going to use that. I don't think I'm going to do outline. Oh, there's also Demon Rat. Let me disable one more. There's also Demon Rat. There's also the slime creature, which I don't like. There's also the scavenger. And there's another blank one. Although the white background is more helpful for seeing the scavenger because it's dark. Anyway, so let's go to the scavenger real quick, and you can see there's also this dude. I don't even know what this is, to be honest. I don't even know what this is, but it's a thing. How many pixels is this? I want to say 16. I feel like I would do 16. This looks like 16 to me. So these enemies are neat, you know. Little dude, little dookie over here. You took a little shat on the ground. I can't enable these all at the same time, but you have drip rat. Drip rat. And I can do file, um, export, giant enemy spider rat, and PP shivers. Cool. I did not want to save that as a KRA. I meant to do .png. PMG, yes. Thank you. Yep. Okay. What this can mean now is I can go over to this. I can go over to, PP Shores. Yes, I remember where I put this file. And then I find giant enemy spider rat. Right. Now, clearly this is going to be wrong. I need to adjust some stuff. So, point, and then it's going to be 16. Apply, so that when I enable this, you can see the sprite renderer is enabled. Wow, oh, it's tinted red. Yeah. So you got your drip rat, right? Rat drip. I probably want to flip the X and Y. I look away for. You look away for. The enemy's gonna be hard to see actually because of the gray. I think. Because it's gray on gray. 30 seconds. We are putting drip rat in the game. I was planning on putting drip rat in the crafting game for a long time. This is not a spur of the moment thing, but it is funny. I'll give you that. It is pretty funny. I want to reduce the size of this collider. So let's reduce this. I think more like this kind of size on the rat, you know? Height. I'm gonna be real. I don't even know what this height does. What the fuck? I'm just gonna give it a 1. I don't know. I don't care. I won't deal with it. Not my problem. Priority 50. Don't care. Don't care. Anyway, so you got the rat. Stopping distance. Let's actually bring it a bit closer to the player, like 1.5. So you got the rat, and I want to say, oh, who remembers this amazing line of code here? Let's see if I can remember this off the top of my head. So let's do, public sprite renderer want a sprite cranberry equals, actually doesn't need to be equals anything. Can we get a rat with a crown? I'll write that down. Crown rat. All right, that's been written down to my notes. So if I feel like it, we'll add that later. That can be like a boss or something. The Rat King. What is this and statement? Oh, that was gonna be for the thing. I'll come back to that. I got a bit distracted on the raycast. Add raycast. So that's fine for now. Okay, so I'm gonna grab want a sprite cranberry dot flip x equals player control or target dot transform dot position minus transform dot position. This has got to be a big if statement, or I mean like an encapsulating one rather, like this. I'll just say this equals this dot magnitude. I'm aware of the error because you can't subtract those directly. You gotta do this, and then I do is greater than 0, I think, or less than 0. I can't remember. I genuinely can't remember. And then I'll try greater than 0 to start, and I might need to flip it. They could be just facing away from the player instead. And then I'll just say like equals up on the start. Want a sprite cranberry. Then I don't have to do this. I don't have to do this here because it already has it. So I can just do sprite cranberry, and then I can do flip x equals random dot range 0 to equals 1. All right. So it'll randomly flip them as well when they spawn in. Anyway, the enemies should be Gucciing now. They should now be ratting. I think they might be a bit hard to see because of the gray on gray background, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I mean, the tail will be very helpful in identifying them because it's actually kind of like a bright pink, which will let them be very easily recognizable. So let's see how much they stand out. And yeah, I did fuck it. Wait, what? Why aren't they rotating? Uh, uh, sprite render. Um, what? Oh, magnitude. Not magnitude. Sorry, it's X. Whoops. My B. That's a me B. A me B he B. Oh, wait a minute. I just realized that technically makes them face backwards sometimes. It's fine. Who cares about it? I'll fix that in a later thing. It's not facing in the direction of motion. It's facing in the where they're heading. So I actually got this right. You can see that, like, the rats, they chase. They chase. They give chase. That's kind of funny, actually. Okay. I forgot to lock the rotation. I was I I wasn't expecting the spinning rats. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be completely real. I was not expecting the spinning rats. It's so great. Oh, it's amazing, actually. That caught me so off guard. I need to grab the velocity of the thing, not the difference in target locations. So that it matches the direction it's heading. And so instead of so it doesn't face backwards sometimes when it's moving. You can see these enemies are tiny though. They're small. I've got to fix the fact that they turn a solid white color when they get attacked. I'm actually not sure what's up with that at all, actually. I've got no clue. I could switch it to a separate material, which I could make in like 2 seconds. All right, hold on. Let's do that. So let's make a new image, create material. Where is it? Material. Oh wait, sorry. Isn't it URP? Yeah, but I need to make it off of a base thing, right? Oh, okay, it already knows. Sex me hot mama. Right, so this is gonna be what happens when the enemy gets attacked. So let's go to the network thing. App mesh. No. What? Somewhere in here, there's a thing that contains the thing. Okay. So we'll make my own one of these, and we'll open. Oh wait, that's why. That's not it. Delete. Whoops. I need to create a shader graph first. Shader graph URP. That's what I was thinking of. So I go a sprite lit shader graph sex. It'd be really funny if I already had one with that name. Oh, I had sex mode slash sex mode testing and sex mode ultimate, but I didn't have one that's just sex, you know? Um so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a oh, that's a problem. Fuck me. Okay. I thought I had a plan, but I did not have a plan. Um, I'll save it, but I don't have a use for it, which sucks. Cancel. Close tab. Discard. Yeah. So I thought I had a solution, but I just realized I don't. Big problem, actually. So let's go back to the enemy and see what I can do. So right now, if I go to the images... Wait, what would be causing that to happen? I don't know. So let's go to the enemy. And what's happening right now is when I change this material to like something funny like this, it becomes all white. There we go. Liberation SDF. Copy path. Paste. Well, I know which one it is. It was lib. I don't know. Which one was it? It was Liberation Sans FDF material. Okay. So we're going... Drop shadow material. Here we go. All right. Sorry, that'll fix the problem. I don't know what was up with that, with why they were just flashing entirely solidly white, which they should not have been. Now let's go back to the enemies and make them not default to that, please. That'd be good. So let's go back to sprite default. All right, fixed. The enemies should no longer randomly do that, hopefully. Unless I fucked it up badly, which could also be the case. But that should hopefully mean the enemies don't become white squares when they take damage. Yes, I mean, the text is actually bigger than, there's like, it's just as big as the rat, so you actually, like, can't see it. That's kind of funny. Actually, it's kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. Not really sure what I can do about that. You know? I've got to make it so it's their velocity is the direction that they're facing, not the direction of me. Because right now they're facing towards me, but I actually don't want them to do that. I want them to face towards the velocity. So I actually just got to change it to... I don't get the rigid body. Fuck you, man. Private rigid body 2D. Sex. Sex equals... I want a rigid body 2D. Sex dot velocity. Dot x. It's written 0. This might flip them in the wrong direction again. Like every time I fuck the flipping, there's always a chance I just need to invert it because, you know, whatever. I'm kind of just eyeballing these and hoping they work. Please. Please. I pray. I pray to the flip gods that my thing works. First try, and I don't have to go and multiply by -1 or whatever. Bad. Bad. What? Oh, wait. Is it not rigid body 2D that it's in? Is it in the nav mesh component? I already have that, right? Beans. Fallout velocity. That's weird. And strange. A bit cursed. Alright. Sure. I'm not gonna question all these, like, random things that are happening. Spinning drip rats. Why, hold on. Hold on. Someone sent me a clip here. This is important. I'll full screen this. I'll also unmute this. Whoops. My B. My B. That's a meebe. A meebe. A meebe heebie. A meebe heebie. Meebe heebie jeebies. Oh, wait a minute. I just realized that technically makes them face backwards sometimes. It's fine. Who cares about it? Yeah. Exactly. I'll fix that in a later thing. It's not facing in the direction of motion. It's facing in the where they're heading. So I actually got this right. You can see that, like, the rats, they chase. They chase. They give chase. That's kind of funny, actually. Okay. I forgot to lock the rotation. Uh-huh. Yeah. I wasn't expecting the spinning rats. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be completely real. I was not expecting the spinning rats. Dude, sorry, it's X. Whoops. I was watching a clip. Someone had taken of the spinning rats. Why do I have a message from my own server? Memes. Oh, it's the spinning rats. It's the I put drip rat in the game. They should hopefully face the right direction or maybe backwards. Nope, they're facing the right direction. Let's go. So these fuckers are like they give chase, you know? They give chase, but they don't swarm like they did before. Currently, I think I need to change how the damage text works because it actually like covers the rats entirely, which is pretty funny. Drip rat W. Yeah, you got these tiny little fuckers that are running around and like I don't know, maybe they'll chip away at your health or something. And I can get like a swarm of them. And then I can do like a lot of damage. They currently have way too much health and are not balanced at all, and they can't deal damage back to me, but it's funny. Sadly, you cannot rotate them anymore. This is really cursed looking, seeing an army of rats chasing you. I'm just collecting rats as I move. I've got the rat tide. That's what's going on here. I'm just walking backwards and collecting even more rats. Uh-oh, dead end. Let me out. No. It's a dead end as well. Let me out. Alright. I think this might also be a dead end. Shit. Real bad. Let me out. Alright. I can punt that rat. I like, it doesn't face their actual velocity, it's their, agent velocity. I might have to combine the two, so that it's actually properly facing where they're going. Anyway, so I can run. These rats are new acquaintances. Oh shit, well, there's a few more rats here. I can collect these ones, you know. Let's go around. So you see we got our base rats. We got our based rats, right? But all those rats that I was collecting earlier shouldn't have forgotten, and we're getting a constant trickle of rats coming in. This is incredibly cursed. This is incredibly cursed. Wait, it's all rats? Always has been. Oh my God. I thought these things would be kind of hard to see. It's actually not too bad. I think it's really the tails that are really helping. If they didn't have the tails, I think it'd be kind of a lot more annoying to see them. But because they have the tails, I think it actually is completely fine. I was expecting it to be a bit more annoying, but it actually is not too bad. I could make other like random variants of the rats, like a brown rat, you know. It would be a very unnecessary step to have brown rat variant, but I could. Because I mean, it is just like a palette swap, right? I mean, I don't even know these colors. I wouldn't even do it in here. I don't like this app for this. I don't know if they have like a replace all of specific one. Smart patch tool. Colorize mask tool. Is there like a replace all of color? This is like a fill, but is there like a replace all? Because I know there's one in Piskel, which I often use. I I don't know. There probably is, but I don't care enough to find it. So what I can do though is if I want to make like a recoloring of this, we want to have Drip Wrap Brown Edition. Let's open Piskel, which is some random fucking thing that I know of, which lets you edit shit online. So let's create a sprite, resize this to 12 or 16 by 16. I think that's the aspect ratio I used. We'll find out. Not export, but I can import using the file, which I think I can just grab directly from Unity. Okay, maybe not because it's going to do that. Let's just go into here and find it then. 18 by 18. Yes. Apparently this is 18 by 18. I didn't know that. Anyway, so we've got this thing, and it's kind of hard to see, but we have this tool, which I really like, which lets you resize or recolor shit. Let's grab a nice, warm feeling brown color, And this is probably too light in terms of coloring. I probably need to turn down the the brown color. Yes, I need to turn this down. Let's try maybe this one. Okay, but this color is already in use, right, as the eye. So I'll just make it slightly darker so that it's not the exact same color. And then we do the same thing, where I go. So this is the rat. I don't know. I'm just going to use a random color. Please don't tell me this rat. Okay, that was already in use. Look, I'm going to grab, like, this color. I'm going to make it slightly darker. And there you go. That's the one. And then next up is the full body, which is this. And then the eye, which is this. And then this one, no. Actually, that actually doesn't look too bad, considering I kind of fucked the ordering of the colors here. I could just keep it like this. I kind of want to change the foot color, just kind of like a really deep brown. Like that. And then we got brown rat variant. Export, PNG, single file. This is a very useless feature. Or a very not needed feature. So let's make a sprite variant list. Public list sprites equals new, not sprites. Equals new list sprite that, and literally dot sprite equals sprite rate variance random dot range, not rotation, range 0 to sprite it's dot count. And now I just go put the two images in there. That's it. That's all I do. And now we should have an even amount of gray and brown rats. Rats, rats, we are the rats. Celebrating another one of birthday rats. Michael, it's your birthday today. Cake and ice cream, it's on its way. So, where's my list? Sprite variants. We have giant enemy spider and giant enemy spider. -1.png. Anyway, so we have both of those. We now should see a mix of gray and brown rats. This is the most useless thing to spend some of my time on, but it's funny, so why not? We see some gray rats. We see some gray rats. Why are there no brown rats? Did I fuck this up? Why are they invisible? Excuse me? I'm not going insane, right? Those little things are supposed to be it. Little thingies. Oh, I think it might have been that. I think it was that. Yeah, it was improperly sized and whoops. It was extremely small and also not using point filtering. That's my B. Now we should actually see some brown rats. Yeah. 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 This is the most useless thing to spend some time on, but now you have brown rats and gray rats. Why? I don't fucking know. There's literally no difference between them other than visuals, but they're rats. Alright. Well, we got the rats in the game. I think that's good. Up next. Up next. Do I want to do more? What time is it? 4:52. Been going for 2 hours and 50 minutes. It's a pretty good amount of time, honestly. I don't know if I want to. I don't know. I mean, okay, let's take a look at the goals, which I did close. And which have been scrolling, but I haven't been looking at them, and I don't feel like looking at this. You know, actually, I can open this and just read them as they change. I mean, this is just an ever-repeating list of 4 things. Make the shuriken weapon, make enemies able to deal damage, make a new type of enemy that shoots at range, redesign crafting menu, to remove dev keybinds. Redesigning the crafting menu is something I don't really want to do. I could try making enemies able to deal damage in some way. That is something I definitely could do, you know? I'll have a shot at it, you know? See what I can do. Making sure I can, I don't know. Is this going at 5 seconds? It doesn't matter. I'm gonna duplicate, don't mind that for a second. Which one of these is it using? Okay, good. I just needed to duplicate this window, and I think it slightly cut that out for a second so that I can make this smaller. I'm just grabbing a bit of music to listen to while I do this. Liked videos. I don't know. So let's see how Drip Rat can attack. I've got to think of some way to create like a thing. So if I go like create empty thing, move this to 0, 0, 0, and then I create a square, but I just delete the sprite renderer, but I want it for the size so I can do box collider 2D. And then I just move it like over there, right? I'm gonna make it a bit bigger. Change these around a wee bit. But now if I rotate this, okay, fuck you first of all, because it's just rotating this, which is not right though, because you can see it's moving the position, which it shouldn't be doing. It's for some reason like inheriting these. Did I not set this one to 0? I might not have. I meant to do that. Yeah, anyway. I don't know why whenever you do this, it rotates. You can see it's changing. It's fucking with the position up there. I can't show you what it's going to look like if it rotates around the rat. I mean, ideally, it would look something along the lines of what you're familiar with. Well, clearly I don't think this is right, you know? Something about this seems a bit off. I don't know what you mean. Anyway, this thing should rotate around the rat. And I might be able to use the same logic as what we do on the player. For how they take damage. Well, we'll see. Okay, so let's say Oh, we're making a new timer. Timer 2. You know? And then I do if timer 2 greater than, I don't know, 1F, 1 second. No, that's probably 2 seconds. I don't know. 1.5 seconds. Doesn't matter. Timer 2 equals 0. Game object box dot set active true box dot set active false. All right, so it'll wait a thing and anyway. So I'm gonna create an enemy attacker thingy, Mabalo. So this thing, box collider, should be a trigger, and we're gonna make a new script for this in entity probably. Create C# script. Enemy hit shit. Public float damage equals 10. I don't know, just some random number I picked. So let's say the enemy's attacking your balls with 10. Now I do on trigger enter 2D. So I'm gonna do var dam equals new damage profile with a base damage type. What? Why is insert on? The base damage type of rat. I'll do public string. So I can just do type in here. Type and damage. What? No, dot damage. This should be a double anyway. Hey, I saw that. Double. So that's the damage, and then I do dam dot attack a specific location equals true. Dam dot attacker pause equals transform dot position. Dam dot. Is there like a specific thing for attacker? I don't think so. I'll say knockback is 1. I'll see how that goes. And then layer if hold on. Var pp equals collision dot get component player controller. Right, so it grabs the player controller. Wait, that's not on the player, or is it? I don't fucking know. We'll find out. So if pp is not equal to null, pp dot get component. Oh wait, or does it have a reference to it? I don't know. It probably should if it doesn't. I'm talking about the entity controller, by the way, entity OXS. It does, entit. This is public now, so I can grab it. So I can just say pp.entit, so I don't have to do 2. Entit dot damn it, or it, no. There you go. So the player should now take some damage and be knocked back when the rats attack. Attack of the rats. Well, I gotta actually assign something, which is, I gotta do some stuff on here, of course, but, you know, let's see how it goes. So balling is the rat itself, so I gotta plug this into box. And then on this, I need to put the thing, delete this component. That what? No, remove component. Okay. Yep, seems good, seems good. File, save. We're good. All right. W. Hopefully this is going. We'll see how this goes. I'm not that confident, but we'll find out. I'm expecting a crash somewhere. Well, they're not attacking. So that's cool. What's happening? Let's find out. So if I go to the what? I'm probably gonna end the stream soon because we've been going for like 3 hours and I kind of gotta go. Pause that. I think we might have to come back to this one, but let's see if I can debug.log hig call plus collision.gameObject.name. So this is seeing what it collided with, and then we're gonna go to entity, but nav mesh entity. I don't even try it. Shonk. It should say shonk when it tries to attack. If it's within 1.6 distance, it should try to attack. That could just be too short of a distance. But we should eventually see some shonks in the chat. Yo, can we get shonks in the chat? Probably not, no. I've got 2 dims from Debepim. Benepim. Let's take a look. So let's take a look at this console here when we start. What are we seeing? I'm seeing calls and shonks. I'm seeing some hits on the square, but I'm not seeing hig, which means I think my fear was correct. The player's collider and thing is not incorrect. Circle collider player controller. Wait. How is it not colliding with the player? Like, it's colliding with the square, the background. Hig! Huh? So, meaning we should have taken damage. Because hig means it's doing this. Were we taking damage and I just didn't see it? I could have been taking damage and I didn't see it, but I saw like the messages appearing. I saw hig in there, which means one of the things landed, theoretically. But my HP is not being reduced. Like they're running shonk, collision. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, it's on me. Wait, why? Oh, my shield was being reduced. Okay. So what's going on? The remember that hitbox that I made? It's not being rotated towards the player. That's what's going on. Here's what I'm gonna do. Should be pretty easy. Where is it? I just gotta do. Is there like a face towards? I don't know. Let's take a look. So it's box dot rotation dot transform dot rotation equals quaternion dot face towards. Look. Is there like a thing? I just want to know if, like, there's a thing. Like that, I know what that does. Rotate towards. Rotate, no. I mean, can I just, like, look at point? Whoops. Did not mean to do that. Let's see. I mean, I think this is probably something I have. Face towards point, or at vector 3 location in C sharp. Or in Unity, I should say. No. 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 Okay, fuck you. I definitely have something in random functions about this. I know I do. Because I remember being like, ooh, this is useful. So where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Scripts, random functions. Blanco, here it is. So I've got DIMS and in Nerd Central. They were happy about that. All right. So somewhere in here I have something about rotation. I know like rotate lock. That's not it. Point at point, that's it. Man, sometimes it's crazy how much it's useful to have these. So you have point at point. So we do point at point, transform dot position, target dot transform dot position. Crazy shit. So now, unless I'm going crazy, they should actually be able to deal damage to me. Possibly. Perhaps. I might be going a bit nuts, a bit insane, a bit wacko because of it. I should take about 100 damage of shield, because I have shield right now. You can't see it. I never made anything about it. Shield is a thing that exists kind of as a holdover from another thing. Back from Delusion, I think is when it was like the holdover. But they should start dealing damage to me, like if even though I stand over here, you know? Fuck. Okay. Thinking... Interesting. That doesn't seem accurate. I'm not gonna lie. Something about that just doesn't seem right to me. I'm not gonna lie. Um... Hmm. This is Z's again, isn't it? I gotta make a method to do this. Public void, or public vector 3, no Z, vector 3. Yes. S dot Z equals 0, return S. Sorry, it's just really annoying to me that I always have to do this a lot. I guarantee you the problem has to do with the Z's again. So let's take a look. So let's go to the nav mesh entity. Let's paste this in here. So I don't have to call externally. No Z. This will be in the next DocTools version because this is so fucking useful actually. It fixes so many problems. Unless I mistyped that. Anyway, so that should set their Z's both to 0, so they're not on the same fucking plane. That's all I can think of as to why they wouldn't, why it wouldn't be working. Because they had different Z's, so it was like, I don't know. I, for one, am feeling the drain from having programmed for about 3 hours straight. So I think once I get this done, or maybe not, I'm gonna probably peace, because, like, yeah, it's been a bit. Got other stuff I need to do. I got people to fuck, you know? Got a busy schedule. Please reload the script assemblies. Hold on, busy for 15 seconds. Wow. Let's see. Just gotta find some rats. So we should be able to hit me right now. Fuck. Do I just need to inverse this? Why is the thing not near me? What? Huh. I think this method is fucked right now. Oh, it might be because I don't have a vector3.up in there. Maybe? That's all I can think of. This was why, right? Yeah. Um, that's genuinely all I can think. It might be vector3.forward, which I might need, you know. I doubt it would be left. Or right, rather. But it could just be one of these cases. Well, they're not looking at me correctly, which is not good. Well, they're looking at me, but they're not rotating their thing correctly, which is to say, wait, shit. Why? What is this doing? I'm gonna add a component sprite renderer. Right, so we got the arrow in there. I can never turn it on. That's cool. I'm trying to figure out what would be wrong exactly. Why the rotation is now like this. Why it's now negative 810. I don't know. I guess because at every 360 it makes it the same. Whatever the case, it feels like it should be right, but it isn't, and I don't know why. I think I just need to change it to forward. Maybe. My only hope. I beg. I pray. I pray beg. If it works, we're good. We're golden. If it don't, we're shit. We're bad. I wonder if anyone's even here right now. I don't like, I'm not like checking the amount of people viewing this. I'm just doing shit. Because why not? Being the most engaging thing of trying to rotate this thing towards the player. I could do a hacky solution of just making the box surround the entire enemy, but that doesn't seem like a good way. So clearly the thing is attacking me again, but it's also clearly not showing me. It's also clearly not the right direction. So which direction are you facing now, buddy? Ejackal is maybe here, maybe here. It's red and blue. We need red and green. It might actually be right. That's kind of crazy. Because you can see what's happening right here is it's doing the red and blue. It's facing, I think, outwards. So there's only one other combination, right? Vector 3 dot right. Be crazy if this works. I'm just trying random shit until it works. Because it's so close to being right. It's so close. But it's using the wrong colors. And because of that, it's facing the wrong direction. Ever so slightly. Like it's facing off into the void. Kind of thing. I don't know. I'm kind of just sad right now. I mean, it's just this over and over again until it works. One of these days, it might work. No. I hoped, I prayed, I sent thoughts and prayers. Why? What combination are you this time? Gotta go back. Alright. That's green and red, which is what this should be. Blue and green. Bruh. Yeah, I don't know. I'm coming back to this later. I don't feel like doing this right now. Anyway, point being, I just need to make this thing look towards the thing, but that's surprisingly annoying to do, so I'll come back to it. Wait, actually, I may have just had a thought. Yeah, hold on, wait. One final last-ditch effort. I have this thing called Point 2D, right? Now, what this does, supposedly, well, I know what this does. It takes the position and it points towards the mouse. But what if I hijack the mouse position and make it the player? You'll see what I mean. So let's go to the nav mesh entity and let's delete point at point. And let's do this. So no Z will still be useful because it's still doing the same thing, but point 2D. 0, 0. Whatever. So that's fine, that's fine. So this difference, right? We're doing this. I'm gonna do target dot transform dot position. So it does the same math for pointing to a point. But this really should be nosy on both. Beers are free in DRG. What do you mean? Aren't they not 35 credits? There's like a thing going on that makes them free. What do you mean they're free? They're not free. Not normally at least. You're gonna need to elaborate. Yeah. Hold on, I'll be right back. I was indeed right. I do have to go. So I got like 5 minutes. Please just fucking work. I'm gonna cry if this doesn't work because I've gotta go. Like pain. Nothing but pain. Why? Why do these refuse to work? For what purpose could these possibly not want to work? It's like they're facing the right direction, but then just slightly wrong, you know? Like look at this. Look. It's off by like 90 degrees, I think. Right? The red arrow point towards me. So if I click on this one, and does the red arrow point towards me? It does. Wait, actually, this might be it. 90 degrees. Rip, they have to go. I know, it does suck, but I have been streaming for about close to 3.5 hours. So that's cool. We're running up on 3.5. We're at 3 hours and 20 minutes, which is neat. I, for one, also need a break anyway, so I'm not the most in anguish about it, but this has been a pretty damn good stream. I might need to rotate them by -90 or 90. I can't remember. I typed 90, but I don't know which one I need. Um, well, that's not good. I think it might be -90 then. If they're pointing directly away from me, then if the red arrow's pointing away from me, then it means I just need to make it -90, right? Because the green arrow should be the way it faces. Yeah, it is -90. Negative. It's always the negatives, man. Always the negatives. Seriously, like, I think the thing that fucks me up the most is when things are negative like this. Um, it's genuinely the most annoying thing. This is true even in not even in coding, like in math or whatever. Like in school. Most commonly, whenever I get stuff wrong, it's like, oh, I forgot to write a negative down somewhere. It kills me. Anyway, so let's see if we get this. Uh, I will I will cry with tears of bliss. No, that hurts. Why? It's in the right spot. How? It's on the... What could possibly not be right here? What could possibly not? Why is it over there? Alright. Fair play. Fair play. -180. Yeah, I'll do it. Look, if this still doesn't work, I'm just gonna go because I can't stay for much longer. And I'll probably like talk about it in the Discord server about why I'm gonna die. Does this stream even have a link to the Discord server? I don't know. It might. I genuinely can't remember what it's in the description. It's just the same for like every single thing except for a bit of text. So I think it does. Maybe it has something else. Please. Yo. I just gotta make it not pull you towards it. I think it's too short right now to even reach me. I think it's... Yeah, I need to make it longer. Well, I don't think I need to make it longer. I think I need to make the detection range longer. So let's go to the... where is it? Entity thing. So currently it's at 2.6, or I mean 1.6. I'll make it like 2.5. I don't know, random number I just chose. So we have 2.5 instead, and then also hit should not be this. It should be transform dot parent dot position. Transform dot parent dot position. Yes. Anyway, so this will mean it'll attack from the position of the rat rather than the well, technically it's the position of where it's rotating from, but that's the rat. So whatever. So it's so now it's gonna push me away from the rat. The reason was, so when I was taking damage, I was getting slightly pulled towards the rat, and that's because of it was centering on the hitbox of it, which I didn't want. I want it to center on the rat so that it pushes you away from the rat when you take damage from it in melee. Anyway, please. We gotta, what the fuck? No. Dude, we're wasting time. I'm gonna do this and just fucking go, cause, yeah. Please. Please. Start the game. We are, this is, we're speedrunning development here. We need this to work, like, now. Alright, it works. Alright, boys, we're goated. We are good. We are good in the neighbor Hadude. We're going. Anyway, um, this is all good now. I am checking in my changes and I am out of here. See you guys later, be it in the past, present, or future.